everyone, welcome to Science Lab. The science are happening because Jesus is coming.
Every day we are looking at some of the great signs that are happening around us. In this episode, we are going to see the signs in Israel.
On July 29 and 30, 2020, the Jewish people in Israel and around the world commemorated Tisha B'Av.
Tisha B'Av is an annual fast day in Judaism on which a number of disasters in Jewish history occurred. Primarily the destruction of both Solomon's temple by the Babylonian Empire and the Second Temple by the Roman Empire in Jerusalem.
In addition to the length of the fast, which lasts about 25 hours, the observance of the day include 5 prohibitions. 1. No eating or drinking. 2. No washing or bathing. 3. No application of creams or oils. 4. No wearing of shoes. 5. No marital relations. Also, sitting on a normal height chair, sending gifts or even greeting one another, engaging in outings, trips, or similar pleasurable activities, and wearing fine festive clothing are prohibited. Even reading Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, is forbidden on Tisha B'Av, as it is considered a spiritual, enjoyable activity. The Book of Lamentations, the Book of Job, portions of Jeremiah, and chapters of the Talmud that discuss the law of mourning and those that discuss the destruction of Jerusalem is read in the synagogue. Work is permitted on Tisha B'Av, but discouraged. On this day, one's focus should be on mourning and repentance. If one must work, it is preferable to begin after midday. It is customary to give extra charity on Tisha B'Av, as on every fast day. After midday, it is permissible to sit on chairs. The talit or tefillin are worn during the afternoon prayer. In the synagogue, the ark's curtain is restored to its place before the afternoon prayers. Many communities have the custom to clean the house and wash the floors after midday in anticipation of redemption.
According to Mishnah, which is the first major written collection of the Jewish oral tradition known as the Oral Torah, 5 specific events occurred on the 9th of Av that warrant fasting.
The 12 spies sent by Moses to observe the land of Canaan returned from their mission. Only 2 of the spies, Joshua and Caleb, brought a positive report, while the others spoke disparagingly about the land. The majority report caused the children of Israel to cry, panic, and despair of ever entering the promised land. For this, they were punished by God, that their generation would not enter the land and wander in the desert for 40 years. The first temple built by King Solomon was destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar in 587 BC, and the population of the kingdom of Judah was sent to the Babylonian exile. The second temple, built by Zerubbabel, was destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD, scattering the people of Judea and commencing the Jewish exile from the Holy Land that continues to this day. The Romans subsequently crushed Bar Kokhba's revolt and destroyed the city of Betar, killing over 500,000 Jewish civilians on August 4, 135 AD. Following the Bar Kokhba revolt, Roman commander Turnus Rufus plowed site of the temple in Jerusalem and the surrounding area in 135 AD.
Over time, Tisha B'Av has come to be a Jewish day of mourning, not only for these events but also for the later tragedies which occur on or near the 9th of Av.
The First Crusade officially commenced on 15th August 1096 killing 10,000 Jews in its first month and destroying Jewish communities in France and Rhineland. The Jews were expelled from England on July 18, 1290. The Jews were expelled from France on July 22, 1306. The Jews were expelled from Spain on July 31, 1492. Germany entered World War I on August 1 and 2, 1914, which caused a massive upheaval in European Jewry and whose aftermath led to the Holocaust. On August 2, 1941, SS commander Heinrich Himmler formally received approval from the Nazi Party for the final solution. As a result, the Holocaust began, during which almost 1/3 of the world's Jewish population, 100,000, perished. On July 23, 1942, began the mass deportation of Jews from Warsaw Ghetto en route to Treblinka. The AMIA bombing of the Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires killed 85 and injuring 300 on July 18, 1994. The Israeli disengagement from Gaza began in the Gaza Strip, expelling 8,000 Jews who lived in Gush Katif.
Even as the Jewish people mourn, there is an element of joy and comfort. There is also a custom among many to use flimsy paperback, keynote booklets, a special prayer book, hoping that they will not be needed next year because they believe the third temple will be built and Messiah to turn the sorrows into joy. So far, we were seeing about the signs happening in Israel. After seeing all these things, we definitely need a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll meet you after a short break. Welcome back to Science Lab. The signs are happening because Jesus is coming. Before the break, we were seeing about the signs happening in Israel. Let's continue. The Temple Institute is an organization in Israel focusing on the endeavor of establishing the third temple. Its long-term aims are to build the third Jewish temple on the Temple Mount, on the site currently occupied by the Dome of the Rock, and to reinstate animal sacrificial worship.
It aspires to reach this goal through the study of temple construction and rituals, and through the development of actual temple ritual objects, garments, and building plans suitable for immediate use in the event conditions permit its reconstruction. It runs as a museum in the Jewish quarter of the old city of Jerusalem in Israel.
As part of its ongoing effort to prepare for the future rebuilt temple, the Temple Institute has prepared over 90 ritual objects suitable for temple use. Original source materials such as gold, silver, and copper, and the original sizes and measurements are used exclusively. Copper wash basin and stand for priests to wash their hands and sanctify themselves has also been made ready. The holy items like the table of showbread, the golden incense altar, the golden menorah, the curtain between the Holy and the Holy of Holies, the Ark of the Covenant, and the mercy seat has also been recreated. They are not copies or replicas, but they are actually fit to be used according to strict biblical standards in the new Holy Temple. They've also made the important vessels like the golden menorah, oil pitcher to pour oil into 7 lampstands, small oil flask, vessels for cleaning the menorah, incense offering shovel, incense chalice, golden incense altar, golden table of showbread, and frankincense censers. Also, for the first time in 2,000 years, they have produced olive oil for the menorah. Not only that, the sacred priestly garment of the high priest, the breastplate, ephod, the golden crown for the high priest has been recreated. Some of the musical instruments like harp, the lyre, and the silver trumpet are also designed for the priests. The Temple Institute, which has recreated tens of temple vessels that are 100% holy and fit for use in the rebuilt Holy Temple, has not recreated a real ark. Ancient Jewish tradition has it that the original ark was hidden away in the chamber underneath the Temple Mount before the destruction of the first Holy Temple. The location where the ark is hidden is known, and it will be recovered at God's will. The Temple Institute has established the world's first school for the training and preparation of Levitical priests. The Institute's goal is to prepare these men to assume their duties and responsibilities in the Holy Temple. The Temple Institute is making a monumental project to identify and select the descendants of the priestly tribe of Aaron. For 2,000 years, they've been waiting for the perfect red heifer. People thought that finding the red heifer is impossible. They found many red heifers throughout the world, but finding the perfect one is difficult. The Temple Institute has partnered with the Israeli cattlemen, and using state-of-the-art technique and under strict rabbinical supervision, they are raising a herd of red cows in Israel to select the proper candidate from this herd for the fulfillment of the biblical requirements of the commandment of the red heifer.
Ashes of the red heifer are necessary for the final preparation of the sacred vessel to be used in the Holy Temple and for the purification of the temple priest who will serve in the Holy Temple. Religious Jews believe that the 10th red heifer will be accomplished by the King, the Messiah, after the construction of the 3rd Jerusalem temple on the same place where the previous 2 temples stood.
Now the Jewish people have been accomplishing the impossible, the only thing that is missing in the Jerusalem temple. Very importantly, the architectural plan for the 3rd Holy Temple have begun.
This is a walk through the main sanctuary of the Holy Temple, showcasing decades of research and tens of innovative halakhic solutions to various perplexing issues that were resolved to create fully functional, ready-to-use plants. As the visual tour sweeps through the sanctuary, one can see the menorah, the incense altar, and showbread table, all of which have already been prepared for the Institute, among 70 other sacred vessels. The presentation was specially released to coincide with the 9th of Av, the Jewish National Day of Mourning, which commemorates the destruction of the first and second temples. This is not a virtual representation, but a portion of a complete and highly detailed architectural plan which has been prepared for the immediate construction of the Holy Temple. The plan includes all of the components that will be used in building: marble, stone, concrete, wood, flooring materials, overlay of gold, etc. The external view presents the openings, windows, chambers, the outer hall, the sanctuary, and the Holy of Holies. In the first stage, we're moving through the hall's entrance. As we continue, we arrive at the golden chain described in Tractate Midot, which the young priest in training would climb in order to view the decorative crowns that were placed in unique windows above the entrance to the sanctuary. The visit continues on to the 38 chambers that surrounded the sanctuary. The door opens and we find ourselves within the first chamber. We turn left and enter into the sanctuary. From the right, we see three major vessels of the sanctuary: the golden altar, the table of showbread, and the menorah. We also see the curtain with its depiction of the two cherubim. This curtain is actually a double curtain that separates between the holy area and the Holy of Holies. We look up to the ceiling of the sanctuary, which reaches a height of 40 amot. Near the ceiling are the narrowing windows, which direct from the temple outward. Turning behind us, we see the doors of the sanctuary towards the east, as they are opened each morning by the priest, revealing the blue skies of Jerusalem at sunrise. From the sanctuary, we turn back to the chambers and go out to the long passageway known as the Messibah. We ascend stairs that lead to the roof of the chambers. We continue moving and circling the temple from the north and west, and afterward turning east. At the end of the passageway stands a special ladder that is used to ascend to the upper level. This level has a very high level of sanctity. One opinion maintains that it is only entered once in 70 years for maintenance purposes.
Israel is the timepiece we should watch out for in these last days. By looking at what is happening in and around Israel, we will know that at what time we are living in. All this shows that we are living in the crucial hours in the last days. Thank you for watching this episode, and don't forget to tune into Science Lab next time.
And now it's time for the trivial question of the day. What is the Temple Institute? Option A, an university in Israel. Option B, a college for priests. And option C, an organization enduring to establish the third temple.
Send us the right answer to our science lab at angeltv.org. If you have missed any of the episodes, don't worry. You can watch it again and again in our Science Lab YouTube page. But don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video.
Ask your friends and relatives toward the Science Lab so that they will know that we are living in the last days. Remember, signs are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming.
Maranatha.